And good morning and welcome to Touch Base Daily. My name is Ron Foster. Touching base with you as I always do every day. Today is TrendWatch Thursday, and we are going to be talking about a lot of stuff that's happening in the world today. And it's still backwards, sir.
Are you serious?
Yes,
It says it looks right on my side. Well,
it's
let
still
me change that.
backwards. Maybe if we look at it from the rear view mirror.
Well, no, here, let's do this. Is that right?
No, it still says Trend Watch Thursday, but it's on backwards.
I don't get it. All right, I'm
The
gonna take
beauty
it
of
off.
live.
Yes,
We love
we're
you. We
figuring it
love you
out.
no matter what. Oh, and I love being on live. I
How about
love it.
that?
Oh, it's
Let's do
gone.
that. I'll have to figure
It's
it out.
gone. It's gone. And so anyway, I like your shirt, man. And I like
Thank
it
you.
with that background.
Okay, we'll stick
Looks
with
really
this.
good. Looks really good, sir. Well, anyway, for those that don't know, this is Chris Edwards. He is my partner in crime on Thursdays and Fridays, and it's so good to have him here. I know he's been busy this week. He's been all over the place working hard, and I think this week was Friday. This Friday is the last show of this season.
No, this is only
Indie
week 6.
Soup.
I've got after this. I've got 2 more weeks, and
You got two
the
more
funny
weeks.
thing
Two
is,
more weeks to your shows.
right. I actually just recorded the season finale for Safe Space um, on Monday
Hmm.
because what I did was I did a review of the entire season with clips from all the shows and just kind of a summary. So I was
Hmm.
really excited about that. So that's
Good.
delivered. It's in the bag. So both seasons are done. I've actually started shooting season 2 for both of the shows already, and I'm in the midst of it again.
You are the man. You are the man. I am thankful that I only have to press replay, download, and send because so much is on my plate. I tell you.
I hear you.
And I was supposed to be this morning. The Manhattan Chamber of Commerce is celebrating a new business opening at the World Trade Center and in the Oculus. And it was a toss. I was like, no, it's at the same time as my, Touch Base Daily. And I told him, I said, I cannot make it because I gotta be with my community. I gotta be with my community. So it was but I do miss my folks at the Manhattan Chamber, and I know the event is it just started, and so it was exactly the same time. So I am not there with the wonderful folks and doing my ambassador duties, but I'm here with you all because you guys are priority. So who's in the building? Okay, we already said hello. Christy's in the building. Amparo's in the building. Kimmy is in the building. Chrissy says that's a lovely background. She's talking to you, Chris. And Omar says hello, everyone. And Bryson's in the building. What's up, Ron? What's up, Chris? What's up, CQ from What's Up, RLP fam? Happy Met Gala Friday evening and the day after Nicki Minaj gag City Brooklyn. See, I told you, Bryson, this is his baby. This is his baby. He
Wait,
needs a
is the Met Gala tomorrow or is it next week?
It looks like he says pre-Met Gala Friday Eve. So it must be maybe it
Okay.
is tomorrow.
Okay. Okay.
This man usually knows
It's
everything and
big in
anything
the
about
it's big in the
entertainment.
city. I
It's
wonder
gonna
what
be
the theme is
busy.
this year.
Yeah, they have a theme every year, but
Yeah.
it seems like it's done twice a year because it seems like these galas are so like, but it's only
Lit
one.
No, we're getting older, so the time is running by much faster. That's why it seemed like it's 2.
It's like the time is flying by. I just
It
can't take
is.
it. Here we go. Chrissy says this is lovely. Okay, got that. G is in the building. Miss G is in the building. She says, good day, spending a day with the grand. Nice. Give me Kimmy, gimme, Kimmy, Kimmy. Kim, sorry, I'm in giggly mode this morning. So, Chrissy's in the building as well. Bryson, I guess. Hey, and Jamel Shabazz is in the building. Hands up to Jamel Shabazz. And who else is in the building? Janice says the tents are up in front of the Met.
So
Well,
probably
the tents
tomorrow.
went down in Colombia, and the tents went up in front of the Met.
They probably just moved them from Columbia University over to the Met. We definitely will talk about that.
We're gonna definitely talk about that. We definitely are talking about that today. Bryson says the Met Gala is next Monday. It's called Sleeping Beauty's Reawakening. It's called the Garden of Time.
Okay.
There's your
So I'm
answer,
interested
Chris.
to see what these celebrities will adore or adorn.
Garden of Time. I think
Yeah.
that's gonna be really good. I expect there's gonna be lots of flowers.
More than likely.
Yeah.
And we'll see some reveals.
Some reveals. Okay. Okay. We're good. We're good. Oh, so welcome again. This is our TrendWatch Thursday. So welcome. And again, now I have my little banners. I can start using them. And so I will use my banners. And if you can, make sure you like and subscribe
New
to
banners.
YouTube at Ron Lewis Photos. You can make sure you do that. Just make sure that if you are on Instagram, come on over. We want to see you over on the wonderful YouTube, because that's where it's at. YouTube. There is, we will talk about it later on, but how about now? I'll talk about it now. YouTube. There's a Roland Martin was on I forgot his name, the gentleman that was in charge of the Republican Party, the black guy that's usually on MSNBC.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
I forgot what's his name.
I'll
How
look.
can I
I'll look.
forget?
His
I
name
forget
was
his
my
name.
tongue also.
I am a black well, I used to be a black Republican. I'm no longer a Republican. So what's his name? But anyway, he was on his show. And it was really nice seeing Roland as a guest on his show. And they were talking about the power of YouTube and how so many folks are going on to YouTube, how many folks use YouTube and TikTok, and how and again, like you see, like the Don Lemons, the Katie Couric, all of these anchor folks that used to be on mainstream channels are now on their own. They have their producers, they have their researchers, they are telling their stories, they're telling stories that they want to tell as journalists. But not only that, but so many podcasts, because there's also, I did not know there was something like 8 million. I think it was 800 million, but I don't want to say that, but maybe it could be. But there was something like 8 million podcasts in America. So podcasting has now been connected with YouTubing. They work together. Yes, Chris. Michael Steele. Thank you so much. It is so worth it. If you go online and if you want to edge on what's happening in media, since we're talking about TrendWatch Thursday, if you want to know what's happening in media right now, it is changing rapidly in front of us. There's a reason why Dr. Tachi was able to garnish. She is now past the 5,000 mark in just how many weeks has this been? 5 weeks?
Well, we're not in the 6th week, but yeah.
Yeah, so she's gained 1,000 followers, so 1,000 subscribers to her media platform in 5 weeks. So it's 1,000. So now we're on the 6th week. But think about that. The first week there was only 48 people subscribed,
which is crazy to me still,
to Indie Suit Media, and now it's
5.43.
Oh, it's 5.43. So it's going to hit 6,000 probably by tomorrow, Saturday.
Yeah, by the weekend, I
And
definitely will hit it.
this is where the world is going. So what does that mean for folks out here like Bryson, like Elise, like G, GR Houston Jack, and like ourselves, is that there are billions of people on the planet. And the beauty about YouTube is that it has incredible it is a major search engine. The two top search engines in the world. TikTok is number one now. It has overtaken YouTube, but they're pretty close. And those are the two top search engines in the world. That means every person in here that has a voice and has something to say, like really have something to say. I come on here because I got something to say. I just have to say something every day.
Yeah.
but if you have something to say and you want to contribute to society, this is the time to jump in,
Yeah.
because TV, I just saw for the first time. I don't know if you guys saw it. I don't know if you saw it on your YouTube yesterday. They were streaming prime television shows on YouTube. Now, I know they have a YouTube channel, but in the regular YouTube, like we're looking at right now, they had Wheel of Fortune.
So here's something to think about. Think about this. You know, in the early 2000s, you had the early there was, of course, there was cable, and everyone got tired of cable because cable was so expensive. So they said, you know, streaming is going to save television, it's going to save us, and it's going to save us money. Streaming came along in the very beginning, the infancy, just like how the internet started. When the internet came along, it was like the wild, wild west. Streaming was
Yes.
the same way. Like people wanted to use it to get on their platforms. It was so cheap to have a streaming service. It was like $2.99 for like Hulu when it first started. And then all the major companies, all the major movie studios decided, all right, we're going to get into this. And as now the spaces become so wide open where everybody's there, the prices have gone up. Streaming has actually become more expensive than having a regular cable package.
It's now gone. Yeah,
But here's the
remember?
thing now you said something that was really poignant. You said that Wheel of Fortune was streaming on YouTube as a regular channel. Now, think about this. Streaming platforms now are increasing their prices because they're trying to figure out the model that works best for them, where they can make the most profit, right? What they're doing, all right, they'll say, all right, fine, we'll give you a basic streaming package, but for that, you're going to have to, it's going to be like regular TV now. You have commercials throughout the entire episode that you're going to be watching. If you want to remove the ads, you have to pay more money.
Yes.
And then if you want special packaging, you can pay even more. Now, here's the thing. YouTube already has their platform and has an advertising model already built into it. People are accustomed to seeing ads in YouTube at the beginning or occasionally spread throughout.
Every
And
3
it's like,
minutes.
but not all of them, depending on how it's set up, how you set up your channel. And then,
Mhm.
you know, you might have like a 30-second, 15-second ad, but it gives you the option of after like 5-15 seconds, you can hit the skip and go right back into the episode. So I think you're going to see where a lot of people are going to start saying, you know what, I'm going to just put it directly on YouTube. And then also it's indexed. It's so much easier to go and find something. You don't have to go, well, where did I see this streaming thing? You know, which was it on Disney Plus? Was it on Hulu? Was it on Peacock? Just go to YouTube and type in what you want, and boom, it's all there. So
Yeah.
YouTube is a tried and true platform. It works. Everyone knows how it works. Everyone has access to it, and it's constantly growing, and it
It is
constantly is learning.
you just when you thought you thought you saw enough on YouTube, it's a whole there's so much space for everyone, as they say. And I'm noticing so many CEOs, chairmen's, like Michael Steele, and Michael Steele was first just on MSNBC. He was doing a couple of like commentary positions and kind of like just there. And now he realized, wait a minute, I could do my own YouTube, my own podcast and YouTube. And they're usually joined together because you can do a YouTube, right? And then, like I'm on StreamYard right now, I save all of these, and a lot of these can be created into podcasts. So I'm just saying this for those out there that are interested in having, first of all, you have something to say, and you know that there will be people out there that will want to listen to you.
Useful.
Look, useful. You're useful. You're not a useful fool. You're a useful person, and you are sharing and giving. I think Bryson should do it. I think Elise should do it. I think Amparo should do it. I think people that have something to say, that have a lot of wisdom, a lot of information, and that they have, because I noticed there's certain people on Instagram, like I was on Instagram, and now I'm on YouTube. Your voice goes a much longer distance. What you have to say travels farther than it would be on Instagram. Instagram, Facebook, and rolling, and it's so fun. I was like, oh, I had the aha moment, obviously, with Chris and Gwendolyn speaking into my ear about, Ron, you need to move over. You need to like step it up, get off that Instagram, and it has proven well. Instagram, because I'm on here every day. This just happens every day. People see me in the search engines. If you put in Touch Base Daily or Ron Foster, a lot of times it brings me up. It's really interesting little. I was like, ooh. Or if you, for instance, like I said, a couple of months ago, I was sitting in the pizza place in my neighborhood, and one of my neighbors ran into the pizza place and said, "Oh my gosh, I saw you on YouTube. That is great, Ron. I saw you on YouTube." I've gained 3 new clients that I would have never had, and they came through the visibility of me just talking. I talk about my interior design business. I talk about my photography, and they were like, "Oh, Ron, you do interior design? Oh, Ron, you?" And they call me up, and next thing you know, my interior design was like, I just mentioned it when I wanted to mention it. It's like, just when things were happening, and I have gained so many. I mean, I'm sending a letter of agreement later on to a new client, and it's a good client. And so, and that's because they saw me online. They saw me on Facebook, because this gets placed everywhere. Because me, I become a content creator, and I try to get this information out to different platforms.
And a social media guru. But here's the thing that I think you pointed out that people need to really tune into. Instagram is actually a really good feeder into YouTube. So, you doing the show here on YouTube, and also having it play on Instagram, people see it, and then also you're adding the links to come back to YouTube. So you have this interconnectivity between the two. I can say the same thing. I've been seeing a lot more engagement and visibility. When I look at my professional dashboard, especially on Instagram, a lot more people are seeing me because I'm constantly plugging the shows that I'm doing. I put out 3 promos every week for it. Not even on top of that, anyone that's on the show, I do like either an invite collab where I tag them and they're reposting, and people are reposting it everywhere. So you gain a lot more visibility. Social media is extremely powerful, and if you don't understand, if you don't get it yet, you need to really get on. It can help to propel you to different heights and levels, and you might not even think about it consciously, but it actually does happen.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking. I mean, when Roland Martin, in this piece that I want you guys to all put into, I'll look it up on the YouTube while we, throughout the morning, and I'll make sure it's definitely in the description. but he talks about using Facebook, using using Instagram as a jump off. Like, you bring your clients, you bring your customers from those platforms, and I was like, oh wow, that's what I've been doing, and it does work. I mean, yeah, I mean, because Instagram now is no longer a place where you can reach your masses. It's no longer the place. Like, for my friend who did her show, she has 330,000 followers on Instagram. You would think with 330,000 followers on Instagram that if she posted anything, she could get at least 10%. Like, maybe, 10%? No. How about 1,000th of a percent? That's how much. That's the small increments that Instagram now feeds you
Well, what you
on a
know
lot of
why that
cases.
is though? Because the people that you follow, it does not prioritize showing you their content. So the moment that you subscribe to a page in Instagram that you want to follow is the moment that you lose the ability to see this stuff on a regular basis,
Yeah.
unless you go in and select all the buttons to say, "Hey, I want to see this." It's the same thing with TikTok. I'll give you a good example. Ronald is big on like just following, watching stuff on TikTok. But what he does is he does not follow the people that he really likes, because the moment he does that, it doesn't show up in his feed. The algorithms are set up to show you content what they think that you might like, not the people that you already want to engage with. In the beginning, that's not how it was. It was always just showing you the content that you selected. Now it's not that. You have to physically go in and say, I want to see these things. As a side note, Ron, this is something for
Yes,
you,
sir.
you and I. Last week, Friday's show, it's hit 1.2K already in less than a week.
What?
Yeah.
So,
So
guys,
1.2K people have seen your talk last week, Friday.
for those that don't know, Chris interviewed me for his show, Safe Space, and he interviewed me last week, and it's on Indie Soup. And it's interesting how some of this stuff happens, because on Indie Soup, some of our episodes that have repeated from here have gone on to there and would have something like 900 views, or 600 views, or which is interesting, because I'm like, well, why am I not getting 900 views on a regular on a regular subscription? But on YouTube, because we're in a collective,
Yeah.
people are seeing this platform
And sharing it.
that would normally not see it. And so Chris and I, Chris interview with interviewing me has made it past 1 point. Was it 1 point what K?
1.2, 1.2 as of right
1.2K
now.
viewers, which is shocking that anyone would want to hear anything I have to say, but people do. So it's
They're
good to be
very
on here.
interested,
But
extremely interested.
Adrian has a good question here, and Adrian says, you may have covered this, but have you considered YouTube Shorts and posting those on TikTok too? That's exactly what I do now. I just started a push last week so if you go to my TikTok page, which is Ron Lewis Photos, you will see most of the tips that I've taught this week and last week, I think it was, are now on TikTok. So I'm using my shorts on TikTok to bring people to YouTube. So again, using these platforms and having a strategy is so important. So using TikTok, using Instagram as like I said, to pull viewers to your channel on YouTube. And so I've been gaining I'm at 201 subscribers now on YouTube, which, remember, 4 months ago I was like, in February when I started this thing, it was only like 5 people on my that I was even interact with on as subscribers on this thing. But again, it's consistency. And I always say consistency will win. And I don't do it for the numbers, but it's always good when you see the numbers. Like,
Yeah.
Gwendolyn's always like, I don't care about those numbers. I don't care about those numbers. And then I share with her one of her days on Indie Soup garnished like what was it, 6,000? It was like 5 point something,
Something
6,000,
like that. Yeah.
6,000 views. And
I
I
have
said, it makes you feel good, doesn't it? She was like, well, it
Well,
makes
no,
me
here,
good.
you know what it is? I think that it's encouraging to see that people are interested to hear what you have to say. And then
Hmm.
it makes you want to produce even more and better content. Because we have thoughts and views that we want to share. And a lot of this stuff is all good information. You know what I mean? So why not want to get those numbers for people to say, of course, we don't do this for the numbers, but having those numbers to reinforce what we're doing is positive.
Here's something that's really interesting. Yesterday, to this morning, I had an aha moment. I was streaming. It's not streaming. I was scrolling through my page, my OneDrive to gain, put some content out for my Instagram. And what I'm learning now is uh, I'm treating my YouTube now like I used to treat my Instagram page. And so I said, let me throw this out there and see what it will do as in a short. So this is my page, and
Shorts do
so
really well.
so I threw in, and my other shorts are like 4, 18, 9, 25 views, 29 views. However, today's short that I put up there, this short is doing great. It's like 79 views already. And I put
Well,
it
here's the
out
other
this
thing
morning.
too. The more you do it, the more people are going to want to see it. Because the first ones are always they're slow to take off, but as you
Mhm.
keep continuing to do them, then the other thing too is to tie those shorts, if you can, to a YouTube to an actual video that you have on YouTube. So, for instance, if you're doing like a promo, or whatever, tie it, make sure
Mhm.
you connect it so that people can click on it and it takes you to the full YouTube video.
So, why am I saying all this? I'm trying to encourage someone out there. I know, we're dedicating a little time towards this because this is trending. This is trend, this is our trend watch Thursday, which means we can talk about things that are trending. And this is something that is really trending. And I think that if you guys are interested in furthering and increasing your audience and increasing your message, rather it be a church, rather it be, Adrian's pastor at his church, and maybe this is a way to do for their services and what they do, and or you're just selling sweaters, or you're selling knitted hats, or you are doing a workout video and you wanted people to see it. You might want to rethink how you are reaching your audience. And this may be something to try. I'm enjoying it. I have to tell you, I love coming on here every day with you guys. But I also am getting the kick out of some of the things that do trend and the things that don't, because I'm an analytical person. So I go into analytics. And but it's quite fascinating to me. So anyway, I just hope this help you. I'm gonna put in the description the interview between Michael Steele and Roland Martin, because he gave a master class
Oh, Michael
on
Steele's really
YouTube.
good. Who? Wait,
You
Michael Steele?
Michael Steele, but it was Roland
Oh,
Martin
okay.
who gave us a master class on how to use YouTube. And when he was talking about it, I said, "Ooh, Dr. Tachi's doing a lot of what he's doing." And so that explains why Dr. Tachi's gaining traction, and not only because just a lot of great programming, but it is where media is going.
Yeah.
Channel, this is the last year was the one of the lowest ratings, or I should say, the lowest volume of viewerships on regular television. And they say also young people today do not invest in televisions. They don't
No,
buy TVs.
no, they rather have their mobile screens where they can go anywhere and always be connected. Here's the other thing too that I think that's really important. When our shows broadcast, there's a few of us on the network that are content creators that actually go into the show and
Mhm.
chat with other viewers, and even like I've had some of my interviewees actually show up in the comments as well. What's really nice about that is it's all in one place. Like back in the day, I'll use Scandal as a great example. When Scandal came on Thursday nights, it was must watch TV Thursday night, right?
That's right.
People would live tweet um, during the broadcast. Like you would get the cast that would come on and they would chat with viewers worldwide. It's the same thing now that we're doing. We're all doing it in the same space in YouTube.
Mhm.
You can do it on your phone, or if you have YouTube open on your TV and on the phone, as long as you sign into the same account, it'll ask you, do you want to basically share? So what I do now is I have my TV on, I watch on the big screen, I have my phone open, and it's connected to the two, so I can just type and it shows up on the screen in both places. So YouTube has that unique ability to really be able to connect us in a way that we've always wanted to be connected and to interact with people while doing it collectively. Twitter or X was how we used to do it, but now we do it all in one space. And it's actually really enjoyable because even like last night's show, I came in a little bit late. I started watching it because I was coming back from the grocery store. I had it on in the car, and I unpacked the car. Was watching it, had it on my headphones.
Mhm.
Brought the groceries upstairs, unloaded, and then it transferred to the TV, and I picked up and I was communicating that way. But I never missed a beat. I was able to do it seamlessly without having to. Oh, I'm missing the first half of the show because I'm doing just regular stuff. I was able to do it in the car, unload, and do it at home. So that's the beauty of YouTube. That's why I love the platform. I just don't see. I mean, of course, there might be another platform, years from now, but as of right now, this is the de facto platform of choice for anyone that wants to have media.
Yeah. It's like I said, I mean, this was not supposed to be but again, we are always trying to bring this kind of information to you all so that way you can start thinking about the future in a clear way. And this is where it is. I mean, when Roland Martin was rolling out these stats, I was like, I knew you know how you know something, but you don't have the stats yet to prove it, and nothing proves stuff better than stats. When you think about that, the average young person today doesn't even think of buying a television. Now, there are gamers out there that use big screens. Like I was with my son hanging out. He got this big giant screen television for his gaming. There are people that use gaming television for that, right? But most people, their device, where is it? Is this. And it's so funny because, right, like Chris was saying, is that when I am, when Chris had his show on one evening, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm stuck in the city. I can't see Chris's television, YouTube. He had, what's his safe space. And I said, I think it was his debut night. And I said, oh, I can solve that. I just went over to the corner while I was doing my ambassador duty, and I just turned it on for a little bit just to kind of like just see what was going on and to support him, because it does register viewers,
Yeah,
right? When you pop one. So sometimes I may be busy in a meeting and I will turn on Gwendolyn's show or Chris show or Dr. Tachi's show and or Serena's show. There's a couple of folks in this community that are on YouTube in a way of sharing content, and I will turn them on and then just simply work. and then I'll be able to go back and forth with leisure. But my aim and my goal is to support my friends. I want to support every person in this community and the communities that I'm a part of. So sometimes Gwendolyn and I we'll be tuning into Indie Soup. There's nobody there but you and myself, Gwendolyn, and and Dr. Tachi and Serena. It's usually the four of us supporting so many other platforms that are on Indie Soup. Guys, it is the way to go, but it's a seamless way of communicating and sharing. And now I'm now going to be toying with the live option on my YouTube when I'm going to events. I will be now, instead of going to Instagram and sharing where I am, I will share to my audience on YouTube where I am and the galleries and the places I'm visiting. So I'm excited. I'm
Well, here's
excited
the
with the
thing.
options.
I believe you should be able to do it. You can actually do it from your phone through to StreamYard, and then StreamYard can still distribute to all those other
Yes.
platforms that you're
They'll
on.
do
So,
it. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's crazy how you can do these things and reach so many different people on so many different platforms by just using one piece of software. And
And
I
shout can we
think
get can I give a shout out to StreamYard? Because
yeah,
not that I get paid for this, but
yeah.
the StreamYard has totally changed my life. Because there are literally right now, there are people on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram that are viewing us because
In your
that
feed, and you can see it.
platform, yeah, that platform gives me the ability to share this content at the same time. Not only that, but when I'm finished with you guys, I download it, I send it over to Dr. Tachi. She gets it set up to put it on her Indie Soup. And then on top of that, I go in and make my shorts from my StreamYard. So I make my shorts and I kind of like clip it. And now StreamYard's getting good. They're getting
I
even
think
better
the AI
because I've been
feature
using the AI generator.
is so good.
And this time it's working good.
It's
So
so
I'm
good.
clicking on the generator and it's like it gave me 5 short reels so I can put on my TikTok and
You can go
Instagram, and
anywhere.
yeah, I can go anywhere. These little
And
shorts, and then you just link them to your YouTube channel.
it gives you closed captioning. It's always under a minute or a minute or less. And
Yeah, under a minute.
it's just great. Like the fact that it goes and it's really, really fast. So like when we do the conference call or any of the shows that I'm doing, typically it's between 45 minutes to an hour. It goes in, it generates when you click generate, it does it within like 5 minutes and you can download them. It's
Yeah,
crazy how good this software really is. There really is no barrier to entry nowadays. If you want to create content and then produce all the things that you would want to produce, but never ever had the time and the capability to do it, now is the time. You hit record, it's saved. You click that generate button, it creates the clips. It's just like it honestly, having those tools now have saved me hours of time.
man, I tell you, I sit there and say, I'm gonna always bring up I'm 60 years old. 'Cause I'm celebrating it, but it just also it to me. It is one. This is one of the. I mean, I, I am living in the greatest generation in history. I mean, when it comes to technology
Yeah.
and the ability to get your voice heard, we are living in the greatest time in technological history. And people, that's like when I see people complaining and say, "Oh, I can't make money here and I can't do that." Now, I'm not saying this is hard work.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
This is hard work, but guess what? You're reaching people that you never had a chance to reach. Half of the people in this community right now, in this room, there's 19 people right here, right now, listening. I would have never been able to reach you folks, talk to you, and just share wherever is on my mind. It is the greatest platform. We have the greatest technology. Think about what we're able to do. I said, my grandparents and my parents were even thinking about it on a technical mindset. And then I look at who's coming behind us. Think
Yeah.
about your kids. Think about your sons and daughters. Think about your grandkids. If they grab hold of this technology, here's a point. This was not planned this today. My cousin, who works for one of the biggest companies in the world.
On top of your head.
I will not mention the name because where I'm about to go with this conversation. And he has two neighbors. He has a neighbor, has two sons. And they were tech geeks. They like, gaming and all the other stuff. And the mom was like, I want to send my kids to college, but I don't have enough money to send both of these boys to college. He goes, I got a better idea for you. He goes, put them in a trade program and let them learn AI. Go to a trade program. Have your kid go to a trade school and take 1 year and learn AI. And all kids today are already learning coding.
Yeah.
Learn AI for the year. And I guarantee you, your sons will be able to pay their own way to college.
Absolutely.
Because the starting salary at my cousin's company, $600,000
It's
to
the
start
hottest. Yeah, it's the hottest thing going right now. You can't
learning
turn
AI.
anywhere without hearing it.
And the two boys did it. They are now I think the two boys are making $300,000 a year, starting as their companies. And now they can pay their own way through college.
Please, they got the deposit for a house. They paid for college, all that stuff.
And they're teenage. They haven't even hit 20 yet. Guys,
Crazy.
we are looking at the world has reshaped. The world is not the same world. Gwendolyn and I were talking the other day. We were like, why do we use our websites?
Yeah.
Our websites are almost obsolete. It was like, oh, you have to have a business, you have to have a website.
They don't.
Every time we talk to our clients, I always go to my clients, have you seen my website? And they go, no. How did you find me? On Instagram. I found you on YouTube. I found you on Facebook.
LinkedIn.
I found you on. And we invest so much money in the old school. And now it's a whole new world.
Yeah, no,
and we got to get with the program. If you want to succeed in this new world, we got to get with the program. Think about those two boys. And so when he was done, when they finished their courses and they started their classes, the mom was so thankful because my cousin saved them money, and not only that, gave them a career that they love technology. They were geeks, and they're gonna always have a job because they're on the cutting edge of AI. All they did was take 1 year off right out of high school, went straight in, and now so guys, we need to think about how we interact with the world today.
So here's another point. Like, I thought you said something that's really interesting. Like, we're always told you need to have a website, this and that. And I have a website. I've been paying for it for the last 3 years, and I need to really update it. I've got like under construction now, and I'm just thinking this should really be the last year that I actually pay for a website. There's no need for it. So for instance,
a lot of talking about that this week.
Yeah, a lot of people find me through like Instagram. They'll reach out through my DM, and a lot of times, what I'll do is I have a subscription to this. It's an app called Calendly where you
Mm-hmm.
can schedule meetings. It's a link to my Gmail. I have it set up through Zoom and what's the other? It's another video conferencing software that they're all
Loom,
linked.
wait,
So now, what?
Luma, or Loom.
No, Zoom and whatever. I forget what it's called. But
Okay.
anyway, so what I do is I have them set up for, like, for instance, I have a calendar set up for photography and consultations for, like, social media. I have one set up for both of the shows. So I have three. So when someone comes to me in my DM and asks something specific that they want me to give them information about, I'll say, you know what, let's set up a link. So I send them the link for the specific item they're looking for. They go in there, they pick, because I blocked out times that I have just for those type of meetings, and they're always only scheduled for 30-minute blocks. People sign up for them. I get a notification that someone signed up. It pops on my calendar. It gives me a reminder, either a day before or a half an hour before, and then it reconfirms with them
Mm-hmm.
to make sure that they're still going to be, like, a day before, saying, are you still able to make this meeting? And then it sends me the confirmation saying that this person's still available to meet. And then I click on the link. We both show up in the meeting. We had that little meeting. If I'm going to either book them for a particular job or for a show, then I can do that right there and then and schedule it. So, there's no need for a website. I can do all this
But
stuff through my I set those initial meetings through my DM or through however people find me, through LinkedIn, whatever, via email. And then all my work is out there. It's not like I have it in one central spot where I've got to pay someone to code a website and all this. It's all there on YouTube. It's all there on Instagram. It's all there on Threads. It's all there on Facebook. Whatever you need to know
yeah.
about me, it's out there already.
So I'm rethinking the website and maybe just having a landing page, which is usually free. If you go to any of these accounts, you get a landing page, and you can create something really simple and basic and for free versus having a whole full website that no one's using. But that is a thought. I am toying with it. I'll see what this year looks like. I told Gwendolyn yesterday or 2 days ago, I was like, well, this is interesting. I never thought. Adrian, yes, you are getting old, sir.
And it's
But
expensive too to have a website. It's not like
my
it's
website cost
$50.
me what, $300 a year.
Yes. Yeah.
And I got two of them. I got one for my interior design business, and it
And
does
the
give.
email
We come
addresses.
from the era of it gives legitimacy. That's what we came from. But the young folks today, that's not where they're going. So I understand if our client base is our age. Like, I'm always surprised that look at my when I look at when I do my analyticals of this touch base daily, my I mean, it's always shocking to me, but I was telling one of them was 60 plus. I have this people in here that are 65 plus that will look at this platform during the week. And my highest numbers is 65 plus, 55 to 65, 45, and then it skips one and then goes down to 33. I think it's 35, 40, 35, 45. But guys, you just have to know who your audience is
Yeah.
and find your audience and be able to move towards it. What time
What
are we in their time?
we're all, yeah,
We're
we're
good. We're
actually getting
good.
really
Okay,
close.
we
I
got
want to make one quick point. I
go,
don't
Chris.
want I don't want to leave on a note where we saying that websites aren't necessary, because especially
Right,
if you have an
because they are
e-commerce
necessary.
if you have an e-commerce platform where you're selling products, oops, sorry, you do need a website for that, because you need a place for people to go and purchase your product.
Bias,
Unless you have an app,
yeah.
that has a e-commerce link to it. But
True.
yeah. So go ahead, Ron.
So you have a store, yeah. If you have a store, like like most photographers are probably going to need their website for their store. Like, I sell photos on my store, so you can click on store. But I'm going to make it more streamlined because that's pretty much what I'm going to use it for now. It's going to be more for
Yeah,
selling my photography versus it's no people don't. It's just surprising me that how many clients and customers don't look at your website. You have to tell them, I remember Omar says, "Did you look at my website?" And the person said, "No." I think for most of us photographers, yeah, they don't look at our websites. We
Well, a
have to
lot of times
tell
we're
them
getting
to.
it's word of mouth. We're getting the business from anyway.
Yeah,
I picked up a new client last week, and it was by word of mouth.
it's word of mouth.
And they've seen
So
my work already because the person that recommended me showed them the work that I did. So it's just like, all right, no, I want to work with this person.
Chrissy says it very. This is very plain. What it is. Most people are not taking the time to comb through a website. They went. They want the quick access. That's an expense that may not be necessary anymore. It
Absolutely.
is that when I look at it, I've had my website now for 8 years, and every time I talk to my clients, they didn't find me there, and they don't use the website. They normally go to my Instagram. They've seen my work on Instagram. They've seen my work on Facebook, and it's the thing that tells them, "Hey, this guy is worth hiring." They're saying. But there is a place for website. I'm not saying to toss it out the window and to I believe you have to know your audience, know who you're communicating with, who you're connecting with, and then make it happen. Okay?
Yep.
Well, guys, that was good. That was a good
That was.
conversation. Did y'all learn anything today? How many of you guys are thinking about this? How I want to know how obviously it's been at 19 for the whole show. So that means y'all are listening. You guys are
Everyone stayed in
listening.
today.
Y'all didn't walk away from this one.
No
Y'all were
one's
like,
dipping in and out.
yeah, there was no dipping in and out on this one today. So that meant I'm listening. I'm looking at the number here. And so it says that you guys were you are here with intent. I see Jeff says, I definitely get more inquiries and new clients from social media. There we go. Another
Yep.
photographer. Another photographer. Omar says, all my big projects come through Google Analytics and my website. Okay, so he does have website and his analytics. Google. Okay, who else out there? Jeff says, I've been glued to this screen the whole time. This was a good subject. This was a good Trend Watch Thursday subject.
Yeah.
We are getting the knowledge poured into us, says Chrissy. That's right. This community, yeah. Okay. We got time. We got some time here. Rex says, I think the shift is the website is no longer for marketing.
Yeah.
Ah, that's a nice
That's a great
websites
point.
are no longer for marketing. Okay. Any thoughts out there? What else are you guys thinking about? What do you guys think about what we just talked about today? And as we close it down, but in a little bit. But yeah, I hope this helps someone to really rethink. I'm gonna put the link in to Roland Martin's conversation. It was like someone just doused you with a flood of water. It was so for we geeks that are into this stuff. It was good. It was really good. Again, let me go back to use my banner because I'm so excited that I can use my banner. Okay, make sure if you enjoyed this that you like and subscribe. Like, subscribe. I should put like, subscribe, and share. You but like and subscribe on YouTube at Ron Lewis Photos, and make sure you get that out. Again, I want to also say a thank you for my sponsors like Aridness and also my Patreon community who support this. If it wasn't for my Patreon community, I would not be paying for this. This is paid for by my Patreon community and the people that support me in my Patreon. So if you are interested in supporting me in Patreon, make sure you do that. You can just go to patreon.com and then put in Ron Lewis Photos. It will come up. And also, just so you know, I had a great time with my student yesterday. So I just want to remind you, if you are interested in learning photography virtually anywhere in the world, you want to reach out to me. Let's have a conversation. You can do that as well. Virtual Basic Photography 101. Click on that, slide into my DMs, and we can get you going on learning some basic
Look
photography.
at you,
And we
sponsored
can do our
and
thing.
ads and Come on
We're
now.
making it happen. We're making it happen. So if you want to
Look
be
at
on
you.
that little purple sheet, those are folks that on
Look,
my Patreon give me $25 a month.
that right there was a perfect ad for StreamYard.
Yeah.
Look what the production value that you have added since
Yeah.
you've been doing this for 4 months.
4
And
months, and I
look at
thought
it.
I didn't think I could do it. Remember, I was like, I don't think I could do this, but look, here I am. I'm doing it.
He's pressing all the buttons, making all the graphics. He's got headphones and mics, and come on
There you
now.
go. Like, look, here's another one. If you want to follow me on Instagram. If you want to follow me on TikTok, there you go. Follow me on TikTok. If you want to follow me on Facebook, follow me on Facebook.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
I got my tools and they are here. I'm working with my tools today. Anyway, guys, this was fun. Thank you so much for joining us today. And Chris, has his show on Friday, so let's support that one. Indie Soup. This will be repeated on Indie Soup at 4:00 today. So check that one, the Indie Soup media. Just put that on into your Instagram page. And Kelly says, Ron is top tier, honey.
Yes, he is. He is a one-stop production house now.
There we go.
He cannot be stopped.
And I'm telling you, if I can do this, y'all can do it. So if you are thinking about doing this, just do it so we can support you along the way. We support each other in this community. That's right. So let's do that. I see Jess says, thank you both for another amazing show. Thank you. And obviously the applause from Anthony Rowland. Anthony will be on our show in a couple of weeks. So check out Rowland. Mr. Anthony Rowland will be here. And but next Wednesday, y'all can't miss next Wednesday's Wisdom Wednesday. We got someone that is so cool coming on. I am so excited. Yes, y'all just gonna be blow your socks. It's gonna blow your socks off. So put it on the calendar for next Wednesday for Wisdom Wednesday. It is going to be amazing. Omar says, let me look at the time. I'm good. We're doing good. See you guys. Omar says, see you guys going fishing.
Have fun.
2 days in a row, Omar. You going fishing again? Holy moly. Yes, Rashawn. Yes. Chris, great information as usual. And so, guys, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. Chris, thank you for joining me. Tomorrow is Focus Friday. Come with your accounts that bless you, encourage you, and inspire you. And we will see you tomorrow. Oh, there we go.